So if you're Ted Cruz, you try to play your best card at the end. Brand new ads the campaign announced yesterday, trying to link Donald Trump to somebody Republicans just don't like, Hillary Clinton.
Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton are two sides of the same coin. Both support the Obamacare individual mandate. Both support taxpayer funding for Planned Parenthood. And both support letting transgender men go in little girls' bathrooms. Trump and Hillary, do we really want two big government liberals on the ballot in November?
I've said this before, but if Ted Cruz loses Indiana Tuesday night, is he not going to regret the months of being Donald Trump's friend and maybe not starting that a bit earlier?
For sure. I mean, we were all talking about how that was such a brilliant strategy, his drafting strategy, right, behind Donald Trump the whole time. But I'm going to give California voters sort of the benefit of the doubt here and say that, 5 weeks is a long time between Indiana and when we get to the very end of this process on June 7th. And I think it's true that this is a big moment for the anti-Trump forces in the sense that a lot of donors are watching. It will have a lot to do with whether that money keeps flowing or not. But sometimes California doesn't like to go with the rest of the nation. So we'll see. There could be some surprises in there.
It's been, for Cruz, has been very successful so far in winning states when he set expectations very high. He did that in Iowa. He did that in Texas on March 1st, his home state, and in Wisconsin. In all those states, he won, and that reset the narrative. He's doing that here, and he may not win. So how does he rebound from an Indiana loss? Even if, there are big states left like California, and he clearly is all about the convention right now, denying the 1237. The narrative is critical, and if he loses, it's going to really hurt his narrative and momentum going forward.
And yet, Donald Trump, Jeff, is at this moment. Donald Trump gets it. He gets if he wins Indiana. Right. You're right. The math will depend heavily on California. It's the biggest basket of delegates. But Donald Trump understands the psychology of the race. If I can win Indiana, he's starting to talk about, okay, maybe I need to unify the party. He wants to get to 1237 as close as soon as possible. And yet, he kind of mocks Jeb Bush when he's out at the California Republican Convention and the idea of party unity. And at this moment where he wants a conservative state to back him, listen to Donald Trump saying, yeah, I guess I'm with you.
Folks, I'm a conservative, but at this point, who cares? We got to straighten out the country. I mean, give me a break.
I mean, so what we're seeing there is his pivot.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
This week, I think, is the most consequential week since Iowa. And in terms of what's happened on both sides of the board here, you can feel this contest shifting.
Right.
If it happens after Indiana or if it keeps going further, the Nebraska primary a week from Tuesday, I'll put a plug in. As a native Nebraskan
All politics is local.
But I do think that you can feel Republicans here when you talk to them on Capitol Hill, other places, they are resigned to the fact that Donald Trump is almost sure to be their nominee. So more interestingly is what type of a nominee he will be by then. And he keeps dropping out signals here. And I think that right there, who cares if you need a conservative?
Yeah, it is, of course.